Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am sure glad you're here. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back, guys. Today, I feel like I'm sitting a mile away. But I don't know what else to do. My head is being cut off. I hope that's better. I have a box that my friend left a few boxes of perfume here, and we were going to review them, and she hasn't been able to come back due to COVID, so I'm using that to raise up my iPad. I'm hoping it looks better because it feels better to me. I'm not sitting or feeling like I'm sitting a mile away and my head isn't being chopped off. How are you guys? I don't usually start out a video so crazy, but today is the crazy show day, I guess. It is. And I tore the corner of my mouth eating breakfast this morning. Those of you who have been around for a while know that I keep tearing the corners of my mouth. And one of you told me exactly what it's called, and I don't remember. So I'll probably be putting on this skin protectant by Elizabeth Arden throughout this video just because it hurts so bad. Okay, that was a really crazy intro. Today we are doing a full face of the items I have in my Shop My Stash, and anything I don't have that's in my Shop My Stash, I will just fill in with my products from other projects. I'm using my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. This is the sheer eyeshadow primer, and it's really, really gummy and goopy, and it's almost out. I have windows that I can see light through on this eye primer, and I've never been so glad to be done with it. I really liked it at first, and I'm not a fan of it now that it gooed up on me. I just don't like it. It performs differently. My eyeshadow doesn't stick to it as well, or I should say it doesn't prime my eyes as well. It definitely doesn't cover up my veins. But it's almost gone, so I'm excited for that. And then I'll play with a couple others to see what ones I want to pan next year, because it's that time of year, people. We're prepping for next year, which is always exciting. Oh, okay. I need to put this on first. This is my e.l.f. smudge pot, and it's called Ain't That Sweet. It's really just a beautiful soft pink with shimmer in it. I'm going to just put it on my lid somewhere. I think I'm going to put it on my full lid, and I might, which side did I get it on? And I might, pull it up onto my transition. I don't know. But I'm going to use this for a sticky base for my eyeshadow. And I have no clue what I'm going to do. I have two eyeshadow palettes that are in this round of Shop My Stash, and then one single eyeshadow. So I really want to use that single eyeshadow. It's by Aether Beauty. Isn't this the prettiest eyeshadow? I just think it's gorgeous. It's definitely one you can do a one and done look with, if you wanted. It's just gorgeous. I'm just trying to make it so there's not this big skip between the lid and the crease and transition. And this brush, I think, is by Farah. I picked it up from Ipsy. Can you guys hear the wind? It's insane out there. Insane. Okay, I have my Milani Bold Obsessions palette. And did you guys watch my video the other day where I actually made a look I liked with this palette? Yeah. I used this shadow right here. Yep, this one, this one, this one, and put this in my inner corner. I thought it was really pretty, very soft, but really pretty. And then I have my Sleek Beauty, and this is, oops, the brush fell out. This is the Beautiful Sin palette. Look, it still has this in there. Oh, that's why, because the numbers are on here. I have these two palettes to work with along with this eyeshadow. It's a Rose Gold by Aether Beauty. Because I am set on using this Aether Beauty, and it's called Rose Quartz Crystal Gemstone. Is that the name? Hopefully there's a name on the back. Okay, holy smokes. That was an act of Congress to get that off. Holy Toledo. And there's no name on the back side. So this is what the Aether Beauty Rose Quartz Gemstone eyeshadow looks like. Let's just put it on the lid. I'm going to put it right on top of Ain't That Sweet. I'm going to actually use the other side of this brush because it's not wet or anything, and I'm just going to sweep it on. That's pretty. Do any of you have an Aether Beauty eyeshadow palette? I have wanted to get one for a long time. There's a couple. Joshua Tree really hollers at me, as does the Amethyst one. I believe it's the Amethyst one. And is that the one that's on sale right now? But I'm really liking this. Can you guys see that? That's pretty. Playing around with this rose gold makes me want to get one of their palettes. I think it's gorgeous so far. I am going to grab the Bold Obsessions palette and just use this to set my transition. So I missed a whole day. I woke up today thinking it was Thursday and it's actually Friday. So yeah, I missed a day. So this I will hopefully get up today. I know I had Thursday's video go up earlier Friday, but if I can get this up, that would be good, because that was a little darker than I thought it would be. What color is this? Bear in Mind is the name of this, but it went on a lot darker than I expected it to. Maybe it just blended with that rose quartz, rose gold eyeshadow from Aether Beauty, and it made it darker. Most of these are shimmers, not a whole lot are mattes. Let's use this BH Cosmetics brush, and I am going to take this brown right here, and I'm going to put it in my outer V. Did you guys notice the other day I tried to do a different look? I tried to do a look that had us dark in the outer V and in the inner corner. I thought it looked really nice. It was different than my usual. It kept catching me off guard when I would see, when I was editing the video. I was like, dang, my eyes look really dark. And I'm like, Lori, it's the look you did. So it was funny. It was fun to do that look though, do something a little different. than my usual. I'm kind of trying to do that branch out a little. But when I'm in a hurry, I definitely fall back on my go-to. So this brown has a little bit of shimmer to it. So what's new with you guys? Did any of you lose a week this week? I mean a day. It feels like a week, but it actually is just a day. But man, does my body feel like I was in bed for a week. I'm getting too old to sleep that many hours. Too old. Okay, I am going to take this really dark burgundy, this wine shade, and tap it on top of that brown. I'm hoping the two of them will make it just a little bit darker. We'll see. Did you guys hear that? Before I climbed into bed Wednesday, I had been really lazy and hadn't put my duvet on my comforter, and I finally got it on there and pulled my comforter up on my bed instead of just having it at my feet. And I'm so glad, because I got so cold. But I remembered that I need to put a blanket at my feet because my feet get cold even with that down comforter. Okay, it's not really a down comforter, which I thought it was. When I bought it, it said it was a down comforter. And when I got it, I didn't think anything about it. And when I had a mishap, I needed to clean it. And I was thinking I was going to have to get it dry cleaned. And so I was reading the tag, and it wasn't really saying, so I pulled up, the item because I bought it on Wayfair, so the item was still there, and I read, how to take care of it. And machine washable because it's not down. It's a down alternative. So, and it could have been that I ended up deciding on it because the weight of it was much less than other blankets. And that's what I was really looking for, was the lightest blanket I could find that was still warm. This blanket ticked all of those boxes, plus it was a much better price than others. So I'm making the assumption that the error was on my part, and I just thought only down comforters would be in that list. They wouldn't throw a down alternative in, which is a little frustrating, but my fault. I don't think I would have paid the price that I did for a down alternative blanket. I think I would have kept looking if I had known it was down alternative and not a down. So I used all three. That's good. That's good. Let's move on. I used this face primer the other day, the Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer Moisturizer by First Aid Beauty, and to be honest, it was okay. I mean, it was okay. My face felt a little dry, but my makeup looked good. I will say that. My face just felt a little dry. So as a moisturizing primer, I'm not sure I would agree with that, but as a primer to use for your makeup to lay nicely, I would agree. At least on my dry skin it did. Since I don't have a brow product except for a clear brow gel in my Shop My Stash, I am going to just go do my brows really quick, and I'll be right back. Let me use my brow gel that is in my Shop My Stash, and this is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel. And I like this brow gel, but I had never used a brow gel with a full-size head, brush on my brow gels until the NYX Control Freak. And because of that, I fell in love with a full-size brush on my brow gel just because it's quick. I use clear mostly. When it's tinted, I don't mind the small brush, but Control Freak definitely spoiled me. So this is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Moisturizing Foundation. I have the shade Light. I bought this when it was first released at the beginning of the year, and I was going to test it out and, you know, do a video on it. And this is the first time trying it. Let's see how that works. I may have to get a little more. I pulled out like a piece size, maybe a dime. But if I can get it to move, that would be good. Okay, I just did that dime and it spread across my whole face. I feel good about the coverage. I mean, it is just a light coverage, a little dry, but not bad. I just expected it to feel a little more hydrating, but it's not bad. The other day in my favorites and fails video, I spoke about how that peach color corrector just made my eyes look really bad. And I asked for some ideas, and thank you to those of you who answered my question. And I don't know why I did that, so I'll do it on this side. Who answered my question and said that, gave me some ideas of what to try. And one of them suggested I try a yellow corrector or concealer. And I think my Born This Way, it's definitely more of a yellow concealer than my Almay one. So I am going to try and see if that will work. And I don't know why I put my concealer all over my face. I mean, I do know because I have been using concealer under my Kosas tinted face oil to cover up some areas. And so since I was talking, I might have just done it without thinking. It was also suggested JCat Beauty's concealer, e.l.f.'s Hydro Camo concealer, which I really, really like. I want to try the yellow. I don't have a yellow corrector. I thought I did. I have a pink one. So I'm using the most yellow I have. And it was also suggested I try the Pat McGrath concealers. I don't have any cream products or a powder in my Shot My Stash, so let me go do those and I will be right back. All right, guys, let's take my Tarte Hannah Maloke face palette. This is in the Sugar Rush line. I love this palette. Let's take it to bronze, highlight, and blush. We're going to just use them all today. And I'm using this bronzer right here. You guys ready for the weekend? Are you guys ready for the end of the year? I know I am. I'm ready for this week to be over. I can guarantee you that. Holy smokes. So my brother is coming over, and this is my other brother. My brother Brian just moved here from Colorado, and he needs some help transferring stuff from state to state. So I'm going to help him. He is my second oldest brother. He is the middle boy. There's 4 of us, so there's 3 boys, and then there's a huge gap before my parents adopted me. And Brian is the second oldest, and he's extremely artistic. He's very good with his hands. He did pottery forever, and he wasn't allowed to take any more pottery classes at the high school because he was teaching himself while he was in these classes. I remember going to CU Boulder and picking up all these pottery books and clay books for Brian to use to learn more. And he was doing these busts, and he was building them from the inside out. He did one of a full-size statue of an Indian chief. I mean, it was just phenomenal. But his teacher, because he was teaching himself, his teacher said, "Sorry, Brian, you can't be in the pottery classes anymore." And I thought that was so sad that this teacher wasn't willing to, learn a little bit more to help Brian grow, or to, just kind of be a mentor as he progressed. And it just breaks my heart. Brian has had a lot of roadblocks like that, and unfortunately he has dealt with them in the wrong way. And so, yeah, his wife passed away, I want to say late November, early December, something like that. And he came here. So he's been here a couple of months, and he needs to get all of his stuff transferred before he gets in trouble. Okay, I am going to take this highlighter here, and this is a Suva Beauty 180 brush. This is new to me. I got this through Ipsy. I do like this highlighter. I think it's pretty. I love this palette. I think this is a gorgeous palette. I am going to use the blush from Tarte and Hannah Malogue's face palette, but my first layer, I am going to use this blush that I am panning, and I'm so close. So, okay, now that I have Marshmallow on, I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to just gently dust some on each cheek. It's kind of a pinky bronze, so it'll warm up Marshmallow. This palette is wonderful. If you guys have thought about getting this palette by Tarte and Hannah Malogue, I would suggest you to. If you've been thinking about it, if you have no desire for it, definitely don't get it. But if you've been on the fence with this, it's really good. The formula is really good. All right, guys, I finished up my eyes using, what did I use? I finished up my eyes by using my Perversion mascara by Urban Decay. This is in Shop My Stash. I don't have a liner in Shop My Stash, so what I used is Bing O, like Bing Cherry O. I think is what it says, by ColourPop. I just put it on the outer edge of both my upper and lower lash line. I lined my full lid with Rose Lints by Milk Cosmetics. It's a beautiful rose gold, and I thought it would enhance that rose gold or rose quartz by Aether, and I think it looks really pretty. I also put it right on the lash line all the way over to about a little over halfway. So maybe 2/3. Oh, I forgot to put an inner corner. We will do that. And I put JCat Beauty in my waterline just because I am panning this and I'm trying to get it used up. I do like the Bingo and the Rose Lints together. I think it's very pretty, very appropriate for this look. Let's do an inner corner. What do we have for an inner corner? Let's look. Oh, we have this beautiful, nice shiny shade right there. Let's use that for our inner corner. Love me a good inner corner. Wow, that almost matches that rose quartz. Okay, let's take the same shade and put it on the brow bone. Okay, that's nice. What do you guys think? Is it pretty? I do like that sleek palette. It's a very nice palette. First time I've used it. What all did I pull? I think these are the only ones I pulled for Shop My Stash. I think this says Electrified. I could be wrong, but I think it says Electrified. It's a beautiful rosy lip gloss with a gold flip. It's by Ulta Beauty and the Avengers collab. I have Jen Loves Reviews and Ofra's collab. This is the darkest shade Reimagine. It is a transformative lipstick. And then I have L'Oreal's Rebel Rouge, and it is just a beautiful deep nude. Let me slap this on. I love this shade. Very rarely do I purchase something that an influencer has talked about, but when I looked at this in the store, I was like, yeah, Emily Noel is right. This is a pretty shade. So I picked it up and I have zero regrets. Maybe I should do a video about the products I was influenced to buy by an influencer. Maybe I'll do that because I don't have that many. I mean, I have some, but I don't have a ton. Maybe I should. Okay, this is Rebel Rouge. This is my look using my Shop My Stash products. I really like this look. I think it's really pretty. What do you guys think? I think it's really pretty. Very soft. I'm like doing a lot of chocolate covered cherry looks lately. What's up with that? Okay, that's it. Please take good care, be safe, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.